The National Directorate of Employment, NDE, is mandated to design and implement programs to address mass unemployment. Now it's a new year. What are the prospects like? Silas Agara, Director General, National Directorate of Employment, will speak to us on how the Directorate has fared in meeting the mandate of the Renewed Hope Agenda in 2025. Thank you so much for joining us on Insights.
Thank you very much. Insight, wishing all Nigerians a prosperous new year.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Now let's begin. What's the mandate like for NDE? Let's hear from you before we delve into our main focus.
Yes, like you aptly introducing you from the beginning, our is to design and implement programs that is geared towards addressing the unemployment challenges in the country and having statistics of our youth that are looking for meaningful employment engagement. And I'm very happy to let you know that we have been able to address some of these challenges in the year 2025. We flagged off a Renew Hope employment initiative, and we've been able to train Nigerians from all the 36 states of the country, young Nigerians from all the 36 states of the country, and that program was successfully concluded in the second week of December. Those that are not captured under the skill funds will be paid under the capital funds as soon as the capital funds is made available to the agency. While for the settlement package and the startup package, hopefully in the first quarter of the year, by January, we should be able to disburse the resettlement package to all the trained beneficiaries. Over 40,000 of them will be rightly addressed by the beginning of the year 2026.
Okay. Now, still on meeting the targets, you talked about meeting 40,000 Nigerian youths, but let's talk about those at the grassroots. How have you been able to reach them, meet them, impact their lives through this initiative?
Yes, our program is designed for all Nigerian youth, irrespective of where you domicile, in the urban areas, the rural area. Our program is meant to address all these youths, and we reach out to them through the portal system. Our portal has been made open, and those that readily applied through the portal system is from the portal system that will pick the eligible qualified candidate that should be trained, depending on the criteria. We look at certain benchmark. Some of them have applied to be trained, but we look at their income, what income is accruable to them at the end of every month. For some, when we look at those income, we not look, they are not eligible. They have passed the benchmark of those to be trained, and those with lower income or those not any income at all. Those are the youth that we target and ensure that they are trained. So our portal is, of course, open, readily accessible by all Nigerian youth, irrespective of where they are domiciled. As long as you have an internet facility, you can link up, and so it's readily available. No matter how remote the areas are, you will agree with me that internet facility is the coverage area. We won't say it's 100%, okay. But of course, most part of Nigeria is covered when it comes to accessibility, and most of them have registered on our data bank. As we speak, we have over 1 million Nigerians, youth, that have registered and looking forward to be trained. And whenever the opportunity comes, we'll go back to our data bank and select those youth, irrespective of where they are staying. Is it the urban area or the rural areas? We'll look at those that are qualified to be trained, and we'll train. And we ensure that it's equitably distributed across the country. In the first program that we ran, and we had a minimum of 10 youth per electoral ward, a minimum of 10 per electoral ward, and the first phase of the Renew Hope initiative. This second part of the program is a continuation of what we did in the first phase, and I can assure you we are hoping to run a new program. We are going to have 2 programs in 2026.
Let's talk about a particular segment of the population, persons living with disabilities. How have you been able to penetrate this category of people?
Yes, that is very interesting because in the first phase of the program that we ran, we had a special quota, a special allocation for persons with disability, which again we made available to the commission itself. It was the commission that was able to reach out to members of that community and got us eligible candidates to be trained. This time around, we were able to have a different training outside the main training for persons with disability. We had a very interesting conversation, meeting with the officials of the body, and they were able to recommend per state certain numbers of persons that we train. We have trained over 1,000 of them at different stages of the program, and we are working towards having their resettlement package, their startup packs, made available to them. Hopefully, in the early part of in the first quarter of the year 2026, we should be able to address that aspect of their resettlement package because it's captured in the capital aspect of the budget. And we have a very good working relationship with persons with disability. Our offices are readily accessible by them. Whenever they have challenges, they come forward to discuss with us, and there's no discrimination at all.
Okay.
We ensure that persons with disability are readily captured. We ensure that people from the rural areas are given priority, mostly the women from the rural area. Because if you look at statistics, if you look at research, women from the rural areas are more deprived, more neglected when it comes to programs that are run by certain agencies of government. And we're sure that our focal officers in all the local government, because we have a focal persons in all the local government of the Federation, our focal officers are directed to reach out to them. And we have a very special relationship with them because they have been adequately addressed, trained by NDE, and the feedback mechanism is quite encouraging from the rural communities.
Okay, now let's talk about challenges. How have you been, since you came on board, how have you been able to address some of the challenges confronting some of the schemes, some of these initiatives to touch lives of Nigerians?
Yes, there's no segment of this country that don't have challenges. There's no agency of government that don't have challenges. But we confront those challenges headlong as we work towards making the place more comfortable for all. First is the working environment, because without a good working environment, whatever program that is designed, whatever program you are designing for those you intend to capture will not certainly fly. The working environment was quite appalling. I don't know if you have visited the NDE former headquarters somewhere in Zone 1, Wuse Zone 1. NDE was supposed to provide hope to young Nigerians. But the moment you come to our corporate headquarters, your hope get dashed because of the working environment and the working conditions there. So the first thing we had to do, and that I must appreciate Mr. President for the backing, for making funds available, for supporting the programs of NDE. And today, as we speak, we're operating from our new corporate headquarters. Our state offices, we've tried to reach out to them by way of providing hardwares to them, computer system, because all our structures, all our operations now is automated. The portal system is linked up to all the state's offices, and so they are online, seeing what is happening at the headquarters, where the recruitment of beneficiaries is being. They are recruited directly from the state, and so without sufficient working facilities, it will be difficult for them to operate. Before now, most of them were working with their laptops, and there was virtually no system available for them. But today, there's no state office you go to, that you don't have the software and hardware are made available to them. Printers, photocopiers, laptops and desktops have been made available to them to work. And so it makes their work more efficient now.
And easier.
Yeah, and they are happy with it. They can work throughout the day. They work late into the night and ensure that when we are recruiting those that are supposed to benefit from the program, they are in their various offices doing it, not working with their system.
Okay.
And so we are happy. We're not there yet, but I'm hoping that by 2026, when the new budget will pass into law, some of this deficit will be addressed.
And now, let me come in there. You are a sports administrator. How have you been able to bring your expertise to bear to ensure that you drive the Renewed Hope agenda so that the youths can fully benefit?
Yes, the two, for me, my sport background have given me an edge in addressing what I'm doing in NDE. You know, in sport, you work with young minds. You work with young Nigerians. I've been president of various federations. I've worked in various federations. I'm currently an executive member of the Nigerian Football Federation. I've been president of vice president of cycling, president of karate, and it has given me the opportunity to work with young Nigerians out there. It's only the young minds that are in sport, and most of these young men in sport are looking for opportunities, a platform to excel. Challenges of Nigerian youth, and that have given me an edge coming to NDE. NDE is meant to work with young Nigerians, young unemployed Nigerians, and so the two, for me, I have an advantage, I have an edge, and it has helped me to reach out to these young Nigerians that are looking for opportunities. I encourage them, those that are in sports, looking for the platform, I encourage them to come into NDE and have an opportunity where they can have something, a second option in life. Because sport is a talent, and those talents have an expiry period. When they are over 30, they begin to decline. No matter what, no matter the strength, the energy you have, you begin to decline. You can see, even for footballers, when they are above 30, they begin to depreciate, and their value in the market goes down. And so with other sports. And so they must have a second option. And this NDE gives them a second option because they have a trade. They have something they can fall back to. If they don't make it in sport, they have a second option. And that's the way to encourage them. And they're happy. Most of these young men that I've worked with in sports, today have been trained in various skills in NDE. And that's the way to go. And I believe that I thank God for giving me that the platform at NDE. I thank Mr. President for finding me worthy to be appointed to address these challenges. And it has given me a more insight into the challenges of Nigerian youth.
That's good to know. Now, two of my final questions are these. How do you evaluate and monitor skills, impact of skills? How do you evaluate and monitor them?
We have a feedback mechanism. We have field officers. We have our MIE department sufficiently equipped. And the MIE department are domiciled in all the states. And those that we have trained and impacted, MIE officers go around the states to monitor them and to have a feedback mechanism on what they are doing. Some of them have been given certain loans, facilities, and certain startup packs, and where they are having challenges, our MIE officers report back to us.
Okay.
For some, we might need to even upgrade the loan facilities given to them because of the peculiarities of the market. It's possible at a time of disbursing these facilities, things have changed. And so our MIE officers are able to assess and get back to us. And some that are doing fairly well in the public space, when we are going for fairs, trade fairs, we put all our trade beneficiaries from all the states. For instance, if you have the last Lagos trade fair, we have to pull our beneficiaries, those that are doing very well in certain fields, and give them the opportunity to participate in those trade fairs. That's just one aspect of a feedback mechanism. And likewise, other trade fairs that we organized by states, by regional structures, we ensure that they are doing they feature prominently in those fairs. And we take time to visit their stores, their shops, to see what they are doing, to assess. Those that are having challenges with NAFDAC in terms of registration of their product, we ensure that we are there for them. Those that have challenges with standard organizations of Nigeria and other government agencies that they need certain level of approvals, we are always there for them to support them. And so that level of collaboration does not just stop after the training, it continues. We have a long-lasting relationship with our beneficiaries. The M&E structure, it works in such a way that those that we have trained and are doing very well, we encourage them to train others in their own community. And we patronize them. When we lead master skilled trainers, we fall back to them and they come in to train other young ones and encourage them. Look, they tell them, look, I was on the other side just like you, but today I'm on this side providing this training to you and I'm better off today. And so these are the kind of collaboration, feedback mechanism that we'll have with our structures. It's a relationship that is not just time bound, but it's there. It's there for as long as we are alive and on this Mother Earth, we'll continue to sustain that relationship. And we hope that whatever it is, 2026, I must assure you that it's going to be more productive, more useful to NDE.
Now, talking about 2026, what are your prospects? That's my last question.
Yeah. You know, most programs we are doing, somehow I find myself being cornered by NTA to let the cat out of the bag. That was what happened in our first and second phase. But in 2026, we'll have a new program that we have designed. And we are having a collaboration with, we have 12 river basins in this country. And these 12 river basins are spread all over the country. And they have, in terms of accessibility, access to land and other facilities is made available to these river basins. Some of this land are uncultivated, unutilized. And we're having a collaboration with them, and we're pulling a minimum of 1,000 youth per state to work to encourage them to go back to farm, different aspects of farming. Fishery, animal production, aquaculture, vegetable and other mode of farming. We're encouraging to go back to farm, and we're picking a minimum of 1,000 youth per state. We're working on a collaboration with the river basins we'll clear those land for them, get them all the farming inputs, farming implements that they need. And we're having a handshake with the National State Council. The National State Council is part of the collaboration. So it's a tripartite arrangement.
Director General, National Directorate of Employment, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Insight, and we wish you all the best in the new year. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure being here. I thank you, NTA.
And that's it on this episode of Insight. Do join us same time next week for more on the program. My name is Nnamdi Odipo.
And I'm Elizabeth Omori. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.